Alright, hello everybody. I'm going to do a very different video today. The last time I did that dirty soda video and I had Stephanie in the video, sort of. Hi Stephanie.
Hi.
And she went over well because she's Stephanie. So what I want to do here is we're going to do something not comic related. This is a hobby of mine, which is skateboarding, believe it or not. I've been getting into it heavily recently. I was doing it and then I kind of stopped, and I've been doing it really heavily, and it's been really good for me health wise. I haven't lost a ton of weight, but I keep having to stab belt holes, 2 new belt holes, so that's pretty good. Anyway, so I'm going to set up a board here, a brand new board, and I'm going to actually interview Stephanie about what it's like being married to a indie comics weirdo, basically. So that's what we're gonna do. First question for Stephanie. What is it like having all of these books in the house that I have to sell?
Well, we had to convert one of our rooms into his office, so that way he had room for his books and such. But
they're also stored under my son's bed.
Oh, and there's some right there as well.
They've become furniture at this point.
Basically, I'm just used to them being there now.
Yeah, they're everywhere. That doesn't bother you though.
Not too much. Those few ones over there don't bother me. But
What about the YouTube? I think it's actually funny because the reason I started my YouTube channel was something very different than comics. What was that about? Do you remember? My very first started.
We were trying to find something for us to do together. And so we thought, I think we actually looked on a website. And it said, start a YouTube channel together. So we did, and it was mostly just talking about, I don't know, random stuff. I don't remember. Political stuff? No,
whatever.
Not political stuff.
It started just things, pet peeves, like whatever. Here's stuff that's happening.
Oh, we did one on MLMs.
Yeah, we wanted to talk about multi-level marketing without offending any family members that may or may not have been into it. But I can't help it. I have an opinion about everything. So it morphed into politics, obviously, the Mark Wade lawsuit, and then it took off, and you stopped joining me to make videos.
But yeah, I had no idea what to talk about when it comes to comics, so I stopped.
She had better things to do. Truly. Okay, next question. So I had been doing comics, or I'd been trying to do comics for a few years before I started the YouTube channel. When I told you that I wanted to take money and spend it, like when I got together with Nacho to do Downcast, what did you think? Do you remember back then?
I don't know, I guess I didn't think much of it because you've always been like an entrepreneur, I would say. You always have ideas of stuff you want to do and money you've wanted to invest in different things. I guess I've been used to you saying, hey, can we take some of this money and do such and such with it?
I've spent money on crazier things in the past, I guess.
Yeah, like a game business,
game
board business or whatever.
That was a bad idea.
We lost money on that, but that's okay.
Learning experience. So of all the crowdfunding, you've read a few of the books. You don't read a lot of comics typically.
No, I don't.
But of the comic books, we'll say crowdfunded ones, which ones did you like that you've read?
I really liked Nora's Saga. That was called by Blake.
Saga?
Blake something.
Blake Northcott and Kelsey Shannon.
Yeah, I really like Kelsey Shannon's artwork. And Soulbound? Is that what it's called? Soulbound?
Soulbound, that sounds right.
By Paula Ritchie.
Paula Ritchie.
I really like that one. I want her to come out with the next one, but it's really slow going.
Paul, if you're watching, when are you coming out with the next one?
Yeah.
I won't ask you which ones you've hated, but honestly, you haven't read that many. So you only read ones that appeal to you in general anyway.
Yeah, if I can't get into it within the first 2 or 3 pages, I'd put it down. I figure it's not worth it. I just can't.
So that's high praise if she likes your book.
And ironically, they're both female authors. Nothing against male authors.
That's okay. That happens. Turns out that female writers tend to write stuff that women tend to like. So I don't know, that there maybe men and women are different after all. Okay, so next question. Fulfillment is a big deal around the house here. How would you describe fulfillment of a campaign from your perspective?
That's when it gets slightly annoying because it takes up a lot of my house space. Like this room that we are sitting in right now is usually filled with multiple tables and boxes and books and bookmarks, and plus his office. Like it's like a whole thing.
It's a thing. All right, this is the most satisfying part. I took this out and wore down around the edges of the deck, and now I have to cut off the grip tape. While I'm doing this, though, I want to ask about when we launch a campaign around here, how does that change your life? What happens when campaigns are launched?
Stressful a little bit, just because I know that you're kind of stressed, and so it makes me stressed because I don't like it when you're stressed. I want you to be successful, and so yeah.
That is fair. Okay, of the comics people I hang out with, who do you watch their YouTube channel or are more aware of, I guess?
Eric. Eric. I occasionally get on when he streams with you, but I only watch maybe 5 minutes and then I get off.
And you actually met Eric in person and his family.
I did, yeah, and
So
his wife and his kids, yeah. They're very nice people.
Yeah. Do you read any Alterna comics?
I don't think I have read any Alterna
You
comics.
read Mr. Crypt at all?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes, we love Mr. Crypt around here. I love reading Mr. Crypt to the kids. I actually really like a lot of kid comics because I can read them with the kids and they enjoy that. Like, there's a comic called The Investigators, and it's kind of...
It's like a dog man kind of story.
Yeah.
They're eating the breakfast of the comic book industry right now.
But they're awesome. The kids love them, and I enjoy actually reading them. They're funny in a really cheesy way, but it's great.
Alright, took this outside and sanded down the edges. I'm not gonna lie, that is not my proudest grip job, but it is what it is. We'll put the trucks on. And it's funny because the videos of people just setting up boards get hundreds of thousands of views. It's crazy to me. Like, it would just be some guy sitting with a GoPro on his head setting up a board talking. They get hundreds of thousands of views. They do so well. Meanwhile, in the land of comic books, views are hard. We work for them, at least a little bit. But I'm curious, for YouTube videos, you watch, I think, every one of my videos, kind of. You watch everyone.
them.
What percentage of videos do you actually watch?
It used to be more earlier on, but now it's probably 4% of your videos I actually watch and listen to.
Because they are boring, right?
Well, they talk about things that I don't really understand, so I'm just trying to watch to give you a view.
It's all for the money, so we're gaming the system.
The whole half a cent that you earned.
Yeah. Is there any comics content I've done or anyone else has done that you actually find interesting?
No.
Okay, that makes it easy. What do you like to read? Not comic books, but you do read a lot.
I do. I read a lot of books. I like novels. Lately I'm into, they're called proper romance or Regency romance, set back in like the 1800s. They fall in love and they're very clean and wholesome. But they have to overcome some type of problem or whatever to, I don't know, before they can fall in love. I like those. I like young adult. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. Always have been.
You like the Marvel movies?
I love the Marvel movies, especially Spider-Man. Actually, I did read the Spider-Man comics, the beginning ones you told me to forever ago, and they were fine. I read enough of them, and I don't know. I just have a hard time with comics.
Yeah.
Unless they're with my kids, you know.
What's your least favorite comic book movie?
Oh, what's Aquaman? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
That one's awful.
You know, the girl in Aquaman, she just lost that lawsuit against Johnny Depp. That's Amber Heard.
Oh, that's right. I did hear that.
I think that they fired her from the movie too. She's not going to be in it, the next one.
Well, what happens when you're insane?
What kind of things do you like to do besides drinking dirty sodas?
I don't actually really like doing that. I'm not a soda fan. I'll say I'm not a carbonation fan.
Yeah.
What do I like to do? I like to read.
You do photography?
Yeah, I have done that in the past. I used to be way more into it, but you know, it's still fun. If Clint ever needs help with some Photoshop regarding editing, I can help him with that. He's more the design with Photoshop, and I'm more the editing with Photoshop.
You're credited as an editor on several of my books, and if not all of them, that's possible. And that's because you do a really good job of finding mistakes. Even after I hire editors, send it through editors to read through, you go through it word by word, and you always find mistakes.
Yeah.
You're really good at that.
I actually find mistakes in published novels as well. I find mistakes all the time. I don't know why.
She's good at finding mistakes.
Oh dear. Just with books. What are you doing right now?
Okay, so I'm trying to put these bolts in, and I've not used this grip tape before. It's called Grizzly Grip, and it lives up to its name. It's like thick and strong. So I'm getting the front bolts in. Next set of bolts are coming in case you're wondering too, if you're into skating. This is a chocolate deck, obviously. Chocolate, I like the shape of it. Grizzly Grip tape. These are independent stage 11 trucks, and I use Spitfire conical wheels, in case you're curious. Okay, so we're going to go to a comic convention next month. We're going to go to, well, we keep telling everybody we're going to go to Boston together. When I talk to the Alterna guys, they're like, well, it's not in Boston. It's like an hour away from Boston. But we've never been to Boston, so we're going to go to Boston first and after, and we're going to go to the convention. Steph, you're coming with me, so that'll be fun. We can do some more videos together. What are you most excited about for Boston?
Just hanging out with you. No kids. I don't know, Boston seems like a really older type of town, cobbled stone, stuff like that, right?
Fancy. Well, the thing is though, I told Peter about this, and they're all laughing at me because they're saying, you're going to be really disappointed about Boston. But we've been to LA.
And LA was...
I've been to Detroit.
Interesting.
And so it can't not, there's no way it's worse. But
we saw a lot of homeless people in LA, so...
Another thing that's funny too is over there, to everybody, it's an hour drive is a really big deal because their states are tiny. But here, it's like we drive an hour to visit the in-laws. Like,
yep.
It's not. It's just the states are so much bigger here. Okay, of my comics that I've written, obviously you love them all because you have to say that. But what's your favorite ones?
Actually, I really am excited for this new Downcast, the next Downcast.
Downcast 4, because you've read the script.
I've read the script, and it's interesting and exciting, and I really like it.
It only took me the whole time to realize I put the front truck on backwards, so fix that. There it is, brand new deck. This one's supposed to be reflective, which now in the light I can kind of tell. Maybe we'll have to take it outside and do one reflective shot, but there we go. That should last me for a little while. Stephanie, why should everyone back Dracula?
Well, first off, Donald DeLay did a great job with the art. And the second, the storyline is awesome. It's fun and it's exciting and mysterious and yeah, it's a good time.
All right, be cool like Stephanie and go back Dracula right now in the link in the description below. And I don't know, we'll probably try some other video formats as well, especially when I go to conventions. Steph's going to be helping me out with that as well, so should be fun. So bye everyone.
There it is, it's reflecting.